Brazil's new head coach Carlo Ancelotti has walked straight into what can only be described as a sweet but dangerous dilemma. A problem that most national team managers dream of having, but few actually know how to solve. Because as he begins shaping Brazil's future squad, especially with major tournaments in mind, Ancelotti is facing an unusual headache. An overload of world-class number 9 strikers, all fighting for the same limited spots in the famous yellow jersey. And this selection puzzle could define not only Brazil's attacking identity, but also Ancelotti's legacy as the man trusted to restore Brazil's dominance on the global stage. Because football fans know that no matter how talented a country is, a squad is not built on strikers alone. There are fixed limitations, balance requirements, and tactical realities that every coach must respect, meaning a national team squad must include goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, wingers, and forwards, all carefully selected within a restricted squad size. And when it comes to the striker position, especially the traditional number 9 role, there is very little room for excess, as in most matchday lineups, only one natural number 9 starts, with perhaps one backup on the bench, and at most a third striker included for depth, which means even in the most generous scenario, a coach can realistically carry only 3 number 9s in the entire squad, and that is exactly where Carlo Ancelotti's problem begins, because modern Brazilian football, once criticized for lacking a true center forward, is now overflowing with them, creating a situation where too many talented strikers are chasing too few opportunities, and the competition has never been this intense, as players like Richarlison, Matheus Cunha, Gabriel Jesus, Igor Thiago, Vitor Roque, Joao Pedro, and the highly anticipated teenage sensation Endrick are all knocking on the door, each believing they deserve to lead Brazil's attack, each offering a different profile, a different style, and a different promise, yet knowing that only a small number of them will hear their names called when Ancelotti finally announces his squad, making this selection process one of the most ruthless decisions he will face, because Richarlison brings experience, physicality, and big game mentality, having already worn the Brazilian shirt in major tournaments and delivered crucial goals, making him a familiar and trusted option, while Matheus Cunha offers versatility, energy, and a modern forward's work rate, capable of dropping deep, linking play, and pressing defenders relentlessly, which suits the tactical demands of European football that Ancelotti knows so well. Then there is Gabriel Jesus, a player whose international journey has been full of ups and downs, moments of brilliance mixed with long goal droughts, yet whose intelligence, movement, and tactical understanding still make him a valuable asset, depending on the system used, and alongside them stands Igor Thiago, a striker who may not yet be a household name for casual fans, but has been making serious noise at club level with his strength, finishing, and ability to dominate defenders inside the box. While Vitor Roque represents the new generation of Brazilian forwards, aggressive, fearless, technically sharp, and already trusted by top clubs despite his young age, signaling Brazil's continued production of elite attacking talent. And then comes Joao Pedro, another modern striker, capable of playing across the front line, combining pace, pressing, and creativity, offering tactical flexibility that any elite coach would appreciate. But perhaps the most fascinating name in this entire discussion is Endrick, the teenage phenomenon whose rise has been meteoric, whose potential has been compared to Brazil's greatest attacking icons, and who has already taken a bold step in his career by leaving Real Madrid for a new club environment where he can secure regular playing time, develop his game, and prove to the national team coaching staff that he is not just a future star, but a present-day solution worthy of immediate inclusion. And this move alone shows the level of ambition and awareness surrounding the competition, because Endrick understands that talent alone is not enough. Consistent performances at club level are now essential to win Ancelotti's trust, especially under a coach known for rewarding form, discipline, and tactical intelligence rather than reputation alone. And this creates a dramatic narrative for Brazilian football fans, because while having many options sounds like a blessing, it also forces difficult sacrifices, as selecting 3 number 9s automatically means excluding others who may be just as talented, just as hungry, and just as deserving, which could spark debates, controversies, and endless discussions across media, social platforms, and fan communities, with every supporter having a different opinion on who should stay and who should go, because one striker might be better suited for counterattacking football, another for possession-based play, another for pressing systems, and another for breaking down deep defensive blocks, making the decision even more complex, as Ancelotti must not only evaluate individual quality, but also consider chemistry, adaptability, tactical balance, and the overall structure of the team, especially when Brazil already boasts an abundance of wingers and attacking midfielders like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and others who influence how the striker role functions within the system. Meaning the number 9, chosen, must complement the wider attacking unit rather than simply score goals in isolation. And this is where Ancelotti's experience becomes crucial, because he has managed dressing rooms filled with superstars, egos, and competition at the highest level. Yet international football is different from club football. There's less time to experiment, fewer matches to correct mistakes, and far greater consequences for selection errors. And as Brazil prepares for upcoming tournaments, the margin for error is minimal, making every squad decision feel like a defining moment. And that is why this situation is being described as a sweet problem. Because while many national teams struggle to find even one reliable striker, Brazil is now forced to leave some excellent forwards behind, which speaks volumes about the country's talent production, but also highlights the brutal reality of elite football, where opportunity is scarce and competition is unforgiving. And now the question shifts from who is good enough to who fits best right now.